Over the last 4 years, I watched 1,472 self-improvement videos, so you don't have to. I'm gonna summarize everything that you need to know in this one video, so you can finally stop watching those videos once and for all, and hopefully including my videos, and make solid progress in your life. The person you are right now, the person who's overwhelmed with all the distractions and dopamine, the person who's stimulated so much with social media, this version of you has to go through a huge mental cleanse to become someone who can actually sit down and work. Every goal in life that's worth achieving, everything that you fantasize about, having in your life, requires you to sit down and focus for long periods of time. And not just for a few days. But when you're so used to cheap stimulation, you can't just sit down and lock in for work. You will feel like your brain cannot just stop thinking and your hand reaches to your phone without even realizing it. It's like your body is addicted to this drug called dopamine, and you can't stand still if you're not poisoning yourself with more of it. Now, you're aware of this, and this has to stop. Because if you don't stop this, you will never achieve anything worthwhile in your life. Because you will never be able to sit down and do what's required to achieve anything worthwhile. Then, how do you stop this? The answer is extremely simple, but at the same time extremely difficult. You have to do the exact opposite of what your brain wants to do. You need to cut out 80 to 90% of your dopamine that you get from your life. Don't scroll on social media. Don't play video games. Don't eat junk food. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Start living a boring life. A life where sitting down and recording a YouTube video seems like a fun idea. A life where you wake up and feel excited for doing 2 hours of deep work. Because if you start living like that, you will actually make the progress that you want. You only have to sacrifice what's already just bad for you. You have to fight against your addiction to dopamine, because this is literally killing the potential that you have very, very slowly without you realizing it. And this heavy cleanse is the first step to fixing your life. Overconsumption needs to end for you to start thinking clearly. Set yourself goals, not for the sake of setting goals, but because you will actually get after them. The worst thing that you can do for yourself is to live a life where you talk about what you want to achieve in life, but end up achieving nothing. Don't be one of those guys who just talk about anything they want to achieve, but they never actually walk the walk. Set yourself goals, put them onto your wall, and actually go out and make them a reality. Use the following goal setting system that I personally use in my life. Every Sunday afternoon, sit down with your journal and pen and write down exactly what you want to have achieved in the next 7 days until next Sunday. All the business goals that you have, how many workouts do you want to hit, what do you want to read, what do you want to learn, and even which habits do you want to be consistent in. And then clip this page to your wall so that you can use it and look at it on a daily basis. Then next Sunday when you sit down, first review last week's goals and make sure you have achieved them, and on top of it, get the needed learning lessons. And every 90 days, so every quarter of the year, sit down and set yourself big quarterly goals. This is where you say, I want to gain 5 pounds of muscle, or get to making $5,000 a month with my online business. This 2-step goal setting system, which is every quarter and every week, is going to allow you to not forget the big picture while continuously making progress on a weekly basis. So just remember this, if you write down a goal and do nothing to actually achieve it, you will feel worse than the people who don't even set themselves goals, because you know you could improve your life, but you're constantly choosing not to improve it. Remember, you're on a journey to improving yourself, which means life every 3 months needs to become better and better. Your character needs to be simply improving and leveling up every single quarter. I like to look at this in 2 categories, performance and results. Performance means when you look back 3 months ago versus now, you should right now be so much more hardworking and much more productive, because you're in self-improvement, a path to bettering yourself. If you look back 3 months ago, and if that version of you is doing better than what you're doing right now, you will feel very resentful against the life. Because you are the person who's obsessed with self-improvement, and when you see yourself declining, you feel like shit. And the results mean every single 3 months, your results in life should be doing so much better as well. If you're building an online business, you need to be so much more knowledgeable and at a so much better place financially than 3 months ago. Because if the answer is no, if this is not the case, then what the hell have you been working on? Can you see how terrible you would feel if you got stuck at making only a certain amount of like every single month and 3 months passed and you're at the same exact place still? So every 3 months you need to be able to look back and see some solid improvements you've done in your life. And if you can't see that, alarms need to be going off. Accept that it's going to be difficult. And it being difficult is the thing that makes it worthwhile to pursue in the beginning. You won't feel motivated all the time. You won't want to sit down and work. You will want to give up because it's too difficult. But the thing is, nobody said that it's going to be hot and sunny all the time. There will be times where it's raining and it's snowing and it's cold and you'll still have to walk that path. Because if winners were decided on the sunny day, then everybody would be a winner. There is a reason why everybody wants to be the top 1%, but only the top 1% gets to enjoy being on top of that mountain. Let's be real. Look around you. Think about your friends. Think about the other guys in your uni. Think about your coworkers. Which one of them would say no to having an online business that makes 10K a month and being in insane shape? Nobody would say no. But how many of them can actually get it? Pretty much none, right? Pretty much literally none. That's exactly why the path you put your head down into is a path that is worth striving towards. And you're on YouTube right now. Watching all of these videos is not helping you. You know exactly what you need to do right now. You know the next steps. You know the path. You know how to fix your life. It's time. Do not procrastinate anymore. Hey, I hope this was a good wake-up call for you, because your life is not gonna change until you do something about it. Now bro, if you wanna double your productivity and build an online business that makes you 5K a month every single month, that gives you the financial freedom, the location freedom, and the time freedom, then check out the first link in the description, which is also pinned in the comment section as well. I have something prepared for you. Hope you're doing well, I love you, I support you, keep crushing it, and I'll see you in the next one.